Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you for helping me reach over 50,000 views. That's a big milestone for me. I know that's not as high as other YouTube channelers, but I'm pretty excited about it. My next goal is 500 subscribers. Right now I'm sitting at a little over 300, so please subscribe and thanks for watching. If not, I'm kind of screwed. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and installation of the Lockley deadbolt system. Now my wife thought it was a wonderful idea to purchase this so that I can install it. I sure hope it's the right place. All joking aside, it looks like a great product. My brother-in-law has one. It looks like it will benefit our family. I'm going to put it on the door that enters into our mudroom from the garage. That way, we have a secure entryway from our garage into our house. If you forget your key, you can use the fingerprint on the side. You can use a code.
That's why I can't have nice things.
The other thing my wife liked was that you can temporarily allow someone else to have a code. So if someone is watching our dog or watering the plants or watching our house when we're away on vacation, we can give them a separate code and they can enter our house for that time frame. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. First things first, take this off. First thing I notice is it has a seal. If it's broken, do not use. I'm assuming because people can buy this off the shelf, program something on it, and then be able to get into your house. It's sealed, so it looks like we're safe. Looks like you have a user manual and a PDF, a couple of QR codes that you can look up, some user manuals, installation guide, another user manual, troubleshooting guide. Looks like you can hang this on your door for guests when they come. I won't show you the serial number. Got the plug and receiver. It even came with batteries. This looks like the deadbolt itself. Hardware, keys, locking mechanism for the outside of the door, plate, and for the inside part of the door. I think that's all. That's it. My door did not come with a deadbolt hole. It did come, however, with this piece. So what I'm going to have to do is drill a hole through this metal door. Now the directions say to use a 2 1/8 inch hole saw, so I'll just measure in the prescribed length. For this door it's 2 3/4 inches. I'll mark the spot and drill the hole. Now there are jigs that will help you drill this nice and straight. I'm just going to freehand it. Hopefully it'll be straight. If not, I'm kind of screwed. First part was easier than I thought it was going to be. There's the hole. I sure hope it's the right place. Let's vacuum that out a little bit. Maybe I should have drilled this from the outside so it wasn't so messy on the floor here. These edges are pretty sharp, so I'm going to file that down a little bit. Kind of wish I would have done this in the summer when it wasn't so cold outside. Some cold air coming in through there. I'll use this metal file set that my dad got me about 25 years ago. Thanks, Dad. That feels pretty good. We'll do it on the outside as well. It's still pretty sharp, but hopefully that'll take some of the burrs off of the metal pieces of the door. Next, we'll insert the deadbolt and attach it using 2 screws. Now I will take the outdoor assembly, insert this latch through this hole here, dry install it and make sure it lines up correctly. This piece of wiring goes underneath the latch. That looks good. Now I will peel off the double-sided tape on the back and go ahead and install it. Here's the double-sided tape. The nice thing is that it has this nice rubber seal, so hopefully that will seal out any cold air from getting into the house. Make sure this is straight. Looks pretty good for now. Next, I will line up this mounting plate to make sure it fits nicely and it secures right around the hole. This electrical wire should fit nicely into this notch right here on the left-hand side. What I've done is I've looked through these two holes here where these screws go in and attached to the outside part of the locking mechanism. So if I line that up, it should be nice and straight. So I'll go ahead and peel off the double-sided tape on the back of this and adhere it to the door. I also want to make sure this is kind of free from debris. I want there to be a nice seal on this door when it's finally mounted. I will hand tighten with these two screws. I'll finish it off with my drill. Next, it says to use the key to lock and unlock the deadbolt to make sure it's installed properly and that the deadbolt goes in and out pretty smoothly. Key slides over pretty nicely. And looks pretty smooth. Next, it says to attach the wire to the inside assembly. There's a spot with all the pins right inside here. Then it says to take this wire and put it behind this little clip. That took a little bit of elbow grease. Next, make sure the latch is in the vertical position. Insert this piece on top of the latch, making sure that the door sensor hangs out a little bit. My wife just opened the garage door, so I'm going to have to pause a little bit. I also think I have to take this off. Oh, there goes the dog. You have to remove this outer piece. So let's try this again. Here goes the toilet. For some reason, it doesn't want to lay flush. Get it? Okay, I solved the problem on why this wasn't laying flush. On this side, this little piece is raised, and the cord was being caught between the raised piece and the bracket. So my suggestion would be to just make sure that this cord is on the right-hand side where there's kind of a depression for the cord to fit. Then it should go flush. We can use these tiny eye screws to secure it to the mounting plate. And to do that, I'm going to use my wife's cute little screwdriver. It's recording. There she is.
That's why I can't have nice things. They go missing all the time.
Because I use them. Perfect. Now, another annoying piece of my door frame is that it did not come pre-drilled for a deadbolt. So I've got to drill a hole into the jamb. I've made lines to the bottom of the deadbolt, the top of the deadbolt, the center of the deadbolt. I've lined it up with my door latch here. I've also traced this plastic piece that comes with the locking mechanism, so I know what to chisel out. I'm going to use a 1-inch spade bit and drill most of that out and then chisel the rest. That piece of wood is about 3/4 of an inch thick, so I'll just have to chisel out the rest. Do I make a funny face when I use the chisel? See how I did? Still need to remove a little bit more wood. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, clean it up a little bit, and move on to the next step. I've cleaned this all out inside so that the plastic piece fits nice and snug in there. What I will also have to do is cut away some of this wood, but only about half of it, so that when the plate goes in, it is flush with this door jamb. My wife's here to supervise again. She wants me to clean up my mess. I just kind of eyeballed it. Let's see how that works. Okay, it's flush on top. Needs another 1/16 of an inch on the bottom. Try it again. Should be pretty good. Now the directions say to use their screws. Their screws are about 3/4 of an inch, which would go through this door jamb. I'm going to use 3-inch screws so I can go through the jamb and into the stud behind it. That makes it a little bit more secure. So I've drawn a center line so I know exactly where to put the strike plate. If I put it too far in, the door won't close well. If I put it too far out, it won't seal. So it's got to be in the right spot. I'm going to mark my spots, and then I will pre-drill. Since this is wood, I don't want it to split. That is flush. Let's close the door, make sure it works. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Let's see if it latches nice and easily. It works. Now I just have to clean up. Okay, now that I've cleaned up, I'll go ahead and install the batteries. So it says to make sure the door is open, install 3 of the batteries. Next, hold the program button down while installing the last battery. I guess it worked. I'm getting ready to install my sensors, and my molding is just in the way. So I'm going to have to try and cut out the molding a little bit so I can install the sensor, and it should fit right here. Now Lockley did supply some of these pads, but if I build it up, it's just too far away. It'll look really awkward, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this piece of wood here, stick this in there, and that should work pretty nicely. Let's see if it'll fit. Let's shut the door and see how it works. That should work. I will try to zoom in so when I attach this to the door jamb, you can kind of see it a little bit better. Now I'm going to leave this on because I still haven't programmed the other side, but now I'm going to attach the cover. I use my wife's screwdriver again. There it is. Okay, there we have it. Now all that's left is to program our fingerprints, the code on the back. All in all, that was a pretty easy process. The hardest part was drilling the hole into the door and chiseling out the space for the deadbolt. I'm going to use it a little bit and see how I like it. Hopefully it works for my wife and my kids. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.